What's up everyone, this is FreeSMG. So for this video today, we all know that the Korean series is about to get their third jobs a week from now, and we're all so excited for it, and then so am I too for my tactical trooper. And this video today, I'm going to do some of my predictions on what he would get, because right now in this PvE game cell right now, he is kind of struggling on getting all those kills compared to the other classes that can actually clear the mobs quicker. Despite the fact he has the best skill on mob clearing, but rest of his stuff is kind of a little bit lackluster in my experience of playing him for many years. And so hopefully his third job from the Korean server next week will actually give him some better stuff that he can actually use with, in terms of changing up his skills, giving him some better kit that he can use in terms of just making PvE more fun for him. And at the same time, if we're to take him to either PvP or Spar, that would actually help him too. Just a little disclaimer, these are just pure speculation that actually I created on my own. They're not actually confirmed the real deal of him in terms of real skills, real mod skills, or anything else. So just hopefully you want to get that out of the way. Well then, so for the fun stuff, his passive. So what I actually came up with is changing his cannonballs in generals. If you actually know some of his skills are just using cannonballs on a daily basis, why not actually add a passive that actually gives him. So when you notice him using the siege mode or any forms of cannonballs, nearly almost all the skills that involve using cannonballs. If you notice tactical troopers hyperactive and you see that last missile called the quantum ballistica, pretty similar to what Deadly Chaser had on one of his arsenals, why not take that rocket and integrate it into Tactical Trooper's arsenal, just basically replace all the skills and the command text that he has. So imagine this then. Imagine me using siege mode and you see that rocket you see coming out from my cannon. Instead of taking those rockets you see, replace them with the quantum ballistica, and in terms of the result, my tactical trooper would be shooting quantum ballisticas instead of normal cannonballs. Wouldn't that be a little bit of nice quality life changing it would be had right there? For a couple of passive I actually came up with, for the siege mode, we recently just got a nerf of him not able to get MP anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if KOG would actually put that back into him, just give him some OP arsenal that he actually used to have before. The last passive I actually came up with is when we actually deploy tactical field and heavy field at the same time, I think tactical troopers should actually get a buff that allows them to increase either maximize or critical or both at the same time, just for a short time. So this is going to actually be similar to Blade Master's passive that he gets as a Furious Blade. So in order to achieve that, he has to get Giga Drive and Blood Excel at the same time, then he gets a maximized damage increase. It would make sense if Tactical Trooper actually has that type of kit on him on his passive. This way Tactical Trooper can actually have a method of increasing the damage from himself and actually contributing more to the party besides giving them fields all day. The next part is actually discussing on what possible skills actually can receive the mod skills. The first skill I actually can't think up with is actually artillery skill. So for all tactical troops out there or anyone that actually knows how this kit works, we usually have to aim down this little crosshair that we see on the screen, and we have to aim it down on anywhere we want to, but that is a little bit clumsy sometimes if we want to clear things really quickly, in terms such as heroics or Henrier for example. The thing I actually came up with is if you know the mechanic for Hell Drop for Void Princess, normally the Void Princess will actually have to aim down the sight that's similar to Tactical Trooper, then that's where it drops. A long time ago, she actually got a change that allows you to actually basically track your opponent slowly and then actually follows them around. If we're actually giving it to the Tactical Trooper and you see a bunch of missiles tracing out the person, it would actually make sense if him actually getting this mod skill for him in terms of chasing down mobs or players and making things a little bit more easier for tactical troopers of not having to worry staying in one place all day. Another skill I like to see within the mod skill category will actually be the Dread Chase. Back in the day when Shelling Guard was first introduced, it's actually one of the skills that was so damn OP at this time, and if you shoot that one skill, Dread Chase, it will actually do sheer amount of damage on your opponent, and then people would complain on how damn OP it was. So times has changed, and then that skill actually been toned on a lot, and this damage has been reduced heavily, and it's only basically contributing to the MP gain that the opponent gets, and also the ability of not able to mana break was also been stripped out of it too, leaving Dread Chase has only been state of allowing you to get more awakening charge. For the mod skill version of Dread Chase, we can actually replace the missile with the Quantum Ballistica as proposed as the passive, and actually does an even more explosive radius and does even more damage at the cost of shooting only 3 of them instead of shooting 5 of them. So it's actually a decent trade-off for more sheer damage and more explosions, and I think it's a fair compromise of giving more damage and explosive radius in return of limiting how much you can shoot at a time. The last skill actually that could be a possibility of mod skill will actually be Chaos Cannon. Chaos Cannon is actually a skill that is actually pretty much underused for most tactical troops from what I've seen and for myself too, and the only time I can actually see it used often is actually in Raid Boss. With the release of Drbaki with around the corner for us around 2 or 3 months from now, you're probably going to see more tactical troopers going to use this skill just to get more damage onto him, just increase the drop rate. For the mod skills I actually can't think of is, instead of shooting both sides, you can only shoot at one side. However, that one particular missile can actually go even more further and it actually does more bigger area of effect. Basically it's turning his 2-sided cannon into 1-sided cannon, and basically it's just making it into like a big giant rocket launcher that I can use. So that'll be all for today. I can actually throw it in for you guys. If you have more ideas on what tactical trooper can possibly have in the future when his class comes out next week, just throw down the comment down below and then let me hear what's your idea of making tactical trooper more better with his 3rd job. Yeah, so hopefully you like this discussion video I actually have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.